What's going on, guys? JStar15 and welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. And today I can promise that this will be the final episode of Ash vs Kukui. This episode's gone on for far too long. It's taken 4 weeks just to complete one battle. But today will be the final episode for that. So if you want to find out who will come on top in the exhibition match, stay tuned because we're going through it now. This week's episode is episode 144, Alola's Mightiest Z. Tapu Koko vs Pikachu. So, after the epic episode we got last week, I'm hoping this week's will be incredible too. It will also be interesting to see how useful Naganadel will be. We all know that the main part of this episode will be Pikachu vs Tapu Koko. Once the battle got underway, they started it with no music, which I'm now a fan of. You could also hear and feel how powerful these moves actually are when there's no music behind it. We also saw at the end of last episode, Tapu Koko activated electric terrain. And I also love the fact that they symbolise this by having a yellow screen effect to symbolise the electric terrain being in play. Anyway, after some beautifully animated moves, Naganadel did go down, which we all saw coming. Now we get to see the main focus of the episode, Pikachu vs Tapu Koko. Another thing I really liked in this episode is the fact that we can hear the audience clapping and cheering and even talking in the background. They're not just silent, we can actually hear that there is an audience there. It does bring some more life to the episode. Once the battle between Pikachu and Tapu Koko had begun, I did feel like Pikachu was a bit overpowered. I mean, Tapu Koko is a legendary Pokemon, and at times it was getting destroyed by a Pikachu. Now yes, Ash's Pikachu is a lot more powerful than other Pikachu, but can it really match up to a legendary Pokemon? Don't really think so. After we got to see a bit of the battling, Tapu Koko rushed over to Professor Kukui and said that it wants to use the Z move. Professor Kukui says that, hey, I've already used this Z move, we can't be using it again. And then Tapu Koko started to sing with the other Tapus. Wasn't really a fan of this part, especially since it did take quite a while for them to do it. Once the singing was done, the Z moves got refreshed and both trainers could use a new Z move. Tapu Koko then gave Professor Kukui its signature Z move. Kukui went for the Tapu's signature Z move, Guardian of Alola, while Ash managed to get his super special Z move back and went for 10th million Volt Tackle with Pikachu. Both Z moves were really well animated and were just amazing in general. There's just a few things I have to complain about. One of them, how the heck did Professor Kukui know how to do the Z move? I mean, this was the first time that anyone had seen this Z move, and I'm pretty sure that you have to do a lot of training and spend a lot of time with the Pokemon to practice the Z move. I can't see Professor Kukui and Tapu Koko being together loads of times and practicing the Z move. Like, I'm pretty sure there has to be a bond there to pull this off. Number 2. Where did the 10 million volt Thunderbolt crystal come from? What, did it just appear out of thin air? What, has Tapu Koko just been holding on to it for Ash in case there happened to be a good battle coming up or an emergency? I mean, I think the last time we saw this move was when Ash was going against Nihilego Lusamine. And finally, number 3. Why did nothing happen when Pikachu and Ash did the Kamehameha? Don't act like we didn't see that. We all saw Ash and Pikachu push their hands back and do the Kamehameha. But to be honest, I'm just happy that they included that in it. One thing I did like with the Guardian of Alola Z move was the fact that when the big, what was it, an Earth Titan, is that what Lana and Lily called it? When that came out of the ground, it destroyed the battlefield. And it was really nice to see that that battlefield stayed destroyed pretty much throughout the entire Z move and after it. I really liked the fact that they had, what did Battlefield call it? Levolution? When the battlefield gets destroyed, it stays destroyed. Or, for example, in Battlefield, when a building falls down, it stays falling down for the rest of that game. They had Levolution in this episode. It was good to see that. And also, another thing I liked about the 10 million Volt Thunderbolt was the fact that Ash and Pikachu had a little moment where they remembered all of the different main moments throughout the anime. I really like that. I just wish they would have included a few more. It felt like it went by super, super quick. Anyway, once both of the Z moves clashed with each other and both trainers and the Pokemon giving it all, surely enough, because Ash and Pikachu are so overpowered, they beat Tapu Koko and won the match. But you know what? I'm okay with this. I mean, this exhibition match is one of the best Pokemon battles I have ever seen. it's been an amazing match. It's been excellent. But surely enough, as the battle was now over, the episode ended as well. There we go. What did you guys think of this week's episode? Again, another incredible episode. I said it last week's was incredible, and I'll say it this week's again. This week's was also incredible. There's so many positive things that you have to say about it. Yes, I did find a few little things to complain about. The fact that Kukui, how did Kukui even know to do the Z move? But, you know, they're little things compared to the amazing parts that we saw in this episode. I mean, the animation was, again, phenomenal. You can tell that they put more time and effort and more money into this animation. The music was pretty good, and the fact that the episode was really entertaining and really enjoyable to watch. There was times where I was just sat there watching the episode and I was like, wait, I haven't wrote out anything that's happened so far. Half of the episode has gone and I have no idea what I'm saying in this video. Really, really good episode. And I will say, now that the Pokemon League is finally officially over, the fact that we've done all the Pokemon battles, the exhibition match is completed, the league is now over, I can finally say that I think that Ash has really become a master at battling in this anime. I feel like at the beginning I was like, okay, it's a lot more cartoonish. Ash is going to go back to his stupid ways. He's going to be saying, oh, what's that Pokemon over there? Even though he's seen it loads and loads of times. Oh, what does this move do? Oh, what does that do? Wait, that's weak against this move? I did think that he was going to go back to that ways. But throughout the anime, he's been surprising me to his knowledge of all these different moves. And even during this Pokemon League, I feel like his battling skill has gone up so much better than what it was before the league. Yes, okay, we did have that part where Naganadel used Sludge Bomb against Lucario, who's a part Steel type. But hey, apart from that, he's been spot on with his moves, really. So what will my final rating be for this episode? I'm going to give this episode a 10 out of 10. 2 weeks in a row. I know, who would have thought it? Sun and Moon anime to get 10 out of 10 2 weeks in a row. But I think that's where I'm going to end this episode off. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up button, and think this video is a bit different to ones I've done so far. If you like this style, give it a thumbs up. If not, just give it a thumbs down. I'll leave it down below in the comments. I'm starting to reply to a lot more people down there, so if you have any information you want to give back to the episode, or let me know what you thought of the episode, leave it down there and I'll try my best to get back to you. And I believe that we only have 2 episodes left of the Sun and Moon anime. We have next week and then the week after, and I believe that is it for Sun and Moon. Then we're going on to the brand new one. Still don't know what it's going to be called. I think it's just called Pocket Monsters at the moment. Whether they'll change that in a couple of weeks, we'll have to see. But I will be covering that, so make sure you're subscribed for that. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next week with the next one. We'll see what happens now that the league is over.